Hi, hello everyone. This is Modern Health Coach B-Rad here, and this is the Modern Health Coach Affiliate Network YouTube channel. And you are watching some training that we do here weekly on the calls. I record a section of the call to discuss the topics here at Modern Health Coach each week, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And every week now we're going through the categories you see on the left-hand side of my website, which is this beauty here right in front of you. Pull back a little bit. You'll see all the categories down to the left. These are shopping categories for products divided out by, well, the type of product that it is. First, you'll see services right here, that some are available throughout the world in the United States, and some are only available here in the Sedona area where I live. And the products, I have plenty to choose from. Well over 200 and hundreds more that are not listed, that if you had questions I could maybe pull something off the shelves and help you out. But basically you're looking at Electrotech. Energy holograms are coming back, by the way. Let's back up. Hang tight for those. The harmonizers, the energy jewelry. And then here you get into basic nutrition and detox stuff most people have heard about. The first four I get out of the way or put up front. There's not a lot of people do what I do on that level, so that needs to be up front. And then we get into body detox, oxygen and minerals tonight. Mineral supplementation, vites, superfoods, proteins, herbs, detox, digestive aids, immune support, mental performance. On down the line, broken out by category where you can shop. If you have a hormonal problem, go here. If you have a digestive problem, go here. If you want some better health, superfoods always the way to go. Start with the food you eat, the water you drink, and the air you breathe. And the thoughts you think and the words you say all go into making you feel good. And then tonight's call again, mineral supplementation. Modern Health Coach here. I really am a big proponent of minerals in their proper form and knowing your minerals, your mineral composition in your body. The soil does not have, most of the conventionally farmed soil does not have the minerals that you need. So the industry props them up with fertilizers. That's carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. The main ones are potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen, as the main fertilizers. But there's a lot of other minerals that the plant does not get. The trace minerals. There's 83 or so trace minerals that your body uses. And if it doesn't have them, it can't perform certain functions. It's like when Lego sets, you're trying to build a certain ship, you don't have the right piece, the ship's not going to be done right, but you don't have the right piece. So if you don't have the parts, you can't build the device or the body properly. So you need to get the minerals in, and you need to take the bad minerals out, toxic minerals, mercury, aluminum, barium, arsenic. These are toxic minerals that don't do your body good, lead, and they impair your functioning and displace other minerals. So say lead, arsenic, these are heavy metals. The way to combat that would be with selenium, zinc, and detoxing the metals and maybe some distilled water to pull some of those guys out. And some other detoxing agents we'll get into in some other calls. But just want to go with you tonight, the minerals. And here at Modern Health Coach, I have a couple brands of mineral manufacturers. And to start off with, first off, let's read this category intro. It kind of summarizes why I think minerals are so important and why you should too. And it says every disease, zoom up a little bit here. Every disease can be traced back to a mineral shortage, okay? And I think a Nobel Prize was won for that in the 40s or 50s. And the soil does not have all the minerals in it anymore thanks to monoculture, industrial farming, and overuse. So you get sick plants that attract disease and pests. If a plant does not get all the minerals and attracts pests, what do you think happens to you when you have multiple mineral shortages? Your body cannot perform all the tasks that it needs, and you attract dis-ease. Minerals from rock salt, are inorganic. Only plants can convert inorganic rocks into organic minerals. People cannot. You cannot lick a rock and get the minerals you need. You can take some sea salts that was broken down in the ocean and get some minerals you need. but there's better forms of that. And then again, the last part here, your body craves ormus minerals, fulvic and humic organic minerals, and some inorganic minerals, very very few inorganics. How are you getting your mineral quota? MHC has an all-star lineup of minerals. Scroll below and get yourself mineralized. So on that note, let's scroll below. Let me slide you over here a little bit. Okay. I have these out here to show you just how to do a dose. And first off, let's back up. I also offer hair tissue mineral analysis here on my website. You're going to get something that looks like this. Okay, you see that? These red are your toxic minerals. These blue are all your major: calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, iron, manganese, cobalt, selenium, boron, molybdenum, sulfur. And that's in the blue section. Those are your nutritional elements. And then your toxic minerals. And then some additional elements. Minerals and elements is the same thing. Okay? And it's the periodic table, or it's elements. Those happen to be minerals when you're talking about humans or biology. And then these down here, these additional minerals in green. So this test is 37 minerals here at Modern Health Coach for 144 bucks. It's a great value for the knowledge you get, as the hair is a 3 or 4 month window snapshot versus blood or urine, which is only a couple days at best. So you get a better idea of what's going on in your body when you get a HTMA, hair tissue mineral analysis. And this is the report. So you can see what minerals you're low in. You can see which ones you have too much of. You can take out the bad. You can put in the good. And when you stack up all these minerals, you get ratios. Okay, and these ratios determine your endocrine system. Your phosphorus. I'm sorry, your calcium to potassium, sodium to potassium. You know, there's all different. Zinc, copper is your estrogen and your testosterone ratio. And the other ones are for adrenaline, adrenal fatigue. How you'll see different mineral imbalances. Something I'm dealing with because I'm working all the time helping you guys. So I got to take care of my adrenal fatigue. And then when you have adrenal fatigue, you go through more sodium unlearning. So you get the sodium, and you got to supplement and balance your minerals out. So these are things that are available to you and are very helpful in starting out, is to know where you stand and which way to go. So I would recommend getting the HTMA if you're not feeling the way you think you should, which can always be better, because the lamestream media, or the medium, should say, the average bear isn't feeling that good these days. There's a lot of stressors in our environment: physical, chemical, emotional, fear mongering, and some heavy stuff these days. So we need to, and when you're under stress, you're using more minerals. Okay, so you need to really mineralize and watch the water you're drinking, so you don't get inorganic calcium in your body, which is going to start calcifications and going to start hardening, arthritis, and inorganic calcium from water is going to cause arteriosclerosis and hardening of the arteries. You want calcium in your bones. You don't want it in your arteries. So K2 is very helpful with that. Vitamin K2, never heard of it? Well, do some research. That keeps the calcium in your bones and out of your arteries, and that's found in grass-fed butter and some other saturated fats, animal fats. Vitamins A, D, E, and K you cannot get from plants. They're fat soluble, so not as well, at least. All right, so let's go. We got 19 products here at the mineral category here at Modern Health Coach. Again, just one level deep. My website's got 3 levels: the home page, the category pages, and the product pages. Over here on the right, please check out the video and the blog, inform yourself. And I got some other information. I got an event coming up. I'm doing a workshop and here in Sedona at a Pure Living Expo, a boost, balance, and breakdown workshop. That's in the events. And then the blog and the videos, you can really tune your body up. I got a kinesiology routine and a whole bunch going on in there. But back to business here for tonight's call: mineral supplementation. I read you the intro here. Again, every disease, dis-ease, is traced back to a mineral shortage. Okay, so I'm not blowing smoke here. This is a Nobel Prize from a few decades ago. And I'm just here to help you through the learning curve, as can be daunting to learn all of this. And then there's mis and disinformation campaigns on top of it to confuse you. So here, set the record straight, folks. Working for the higher powers here. So, and that includes yours, your divine spark, what you can do when you have the right raw materials, the elements, the minerals, the same thing. These are the raw materials that your body uses. Again, when a plant does not have all its minerals, it is sick and attracts pests. When a plant has all its minerals, it grows perfectly and the bugs do not show up. So be that a relationship to you. When you do not have all the minerals, some function is going to be impaired. Your body can manage for a while, sure. It can do less with or more with less, but you're taxing it. You're making it work harder than it has to. If it doesn't have a material at some point, it's going to cause a problem. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just looking into the crystal ball here, okay? All right. So the best value I have for you, if you're square one and money's tight, is right here from Ambia Gold. Ambia Gold is a Sedona-based fulvic, all liquid supplement line that is fulvic and humic acid based. And what I mean by fulvic and humic is crushed plant mass. Again, the plants take the minerals out of the rocks and the minerals become inorganic to organic. We eat the plants, we use the minerals that the plants assimilated from the rocks. Again, we cannot lick rocks and get what we need. So what we've done is there are fulvic and humic. It's like peat. You know how a swamp gets broken down, and where did I go? There I am. A swamp gets broken down, and deep down, all those crushed plant masses, before it becomes coal and a diamond, it becomes like a swamp black peat, thick mud almost. That's kind of what fulvic acid is. Fulvic acid is. It's a organic crushed plant mass from a long time ago. And there has a lot of minerals and they're bioavailable. And fulvic acid and humic acid is really good for your DNA as well. And it really is a nutrient-rich mineral source. Probably the most, one of the most. And again, fulvic and humic differ a little bit. Fulvic's a little darker like the peat. Fulvic's a little darker like the peat. Humic's a little bit lighter. And they have a little bit different mineral compositions, but they're a little one and the same. A little bit different, fulvic and humic. There's some differences. But if you can get either of them, it's a heck of a lot better than what you're going to get from GNC or some other, nationally marketed product. Let's hope. All right. So with Ambia Gold, this is a fulvic-based. All Ambia Gold is fulvic-based. All liquid, which is way more absorbable than powder. Powder supplements, you're only going to get 10 to 30% absorption if they're standardized. And then a liquid up to 100, probably 3/4 to 100%, depending on your assimilation. I can't say what is stuck on the inside of your pipes if you're not getting the absorption you need. So with the Ambia Gold, here you see there's 83 minerals in a half a gram. It's like 8 drops. So you get 183 servings. Okay, you get a big bottle for 2 months, it's $25. You can't beat it. And then you can get a commission on that, on top of it. Okay, so good luck finding a better source. I've done my homework, guys, and put it together here. All you got to do is walk the walk and talk the talk, and share your link and share the wonders here of Modern Health Coach with your friends, family, and associates, so you can feel better for a long time. All right, these minerals here in blue, keep on going down, some of the main ones, right, that they have a little more weight to them. And again, this is monoatomic. You see monoatomic, 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 monoatomic. You cannot get more absorbable form of any mineral than organic, fulvic, and monoatomic. Monoatomic means one atom. It's not diatomic, triatomic, quadatomic. It's not a cluster. It's not a compound. You got to break down. Okay. The raw material in one atom at a time is assimilatable. It's the ultimate Lego. Your body can use it, and right off the bat, it doesn't have to break it down. So what we got here is a bunch of the monoatomics, which is phenomenal. I call it Gatorade for your brain. And then on down, we got 83 trace minerals. So if that wasn't enough for you, with the monoatomics, they throw in all the other fulvic minerals, and you got 83 trace plus these monoatomics. And you're getting 183 servings in those 7 drops for 25 bucks. For the big, you get a 1 month supply. What is it? 2 month supply for 25 and a 1 month for 19. It's really priced for the 2 months. So go with the 2 month. That's where you want to go with it. It's much better. There we are. So that's really good for you, and you want to do that with the monoatomics. And where did I go here? My little face. Freddy's in there. All right. So, anyways, here I am. So that's a monatomic and a fulvic base. That's the baseline product, folks. That's what you want to go with. I would highly recommend you start there and buy a gold. Now I go with the 2 month supply, which is a heck of a lot better deal than 1 month supply. And I'm buy a gold, and this is right here. I got the product right here. Okay, so this is a 2 month supply, nice cobalt blue bottle, really professional, and you keep them in the fridge and use them. And all you want to do is just take your dropper bottle, pull out some liquid, drop it in your water. All right, 7 drops. You buy about 20 to 40 drops a day, they say. Those are the manufacturer recommendations. Put in your water, and it'll be a lot softer and more palatable. A little nicer taste to it, glacial milk, if you will. And it'll really give you a little zip, give you a little connecting the synapse, and it makes it connect, right? So you can think in your big neuronal net. I mean, every time you think and move, you're using minerals to conduct electricity. All these minerals have different pHs. A lot of these are alkaline, these trace ones. Very alkaline, pH 10 and 11 on some of these. Germanium and some others are very high pH. So you're going to get that really good balance. And you're looking at electrohydrate is another mineral product from BioGold. And it's a little bigger bottle. And again, this is trace minerals in a fulvic and humic base. And this is bigger bottle. This is a 3/4 teaspoon serving. You get 64 bigger servings in your fulvic, your gold, and your monoatomics, and your trace minerals. Again, 72 trace, some amino acids, a couple aminos here, an oxygen content, a little MSM, PGE. Get back on the PGE, what that abbreviation is. But those are monoatomics with BioGold. Electrohydrate, if you're sweating a lot, like a basketball player or something, you want to do that. And the bounce, just going to stick with the BioGold first, then we're going to go back around. The Orme silver 16-ounce glass bottle. Orme is an abbreviation for same word as Ormus, and that's something I'll get into in 1 second. But this silver is a great product. You use it internally, and it's beyond colloidal. It's subcolloidal. It's atomic almost. It's a 1 atom. So you really can't get any more absorbable than that. And you can also use it as a spray for topically. You can spray on your hands, neck, things like that to clean. In like an airport, you could use it. Clean yourself out for like a hygiene, you know. So that's the silver spray, and that's available. It's a big bottle. You're not going to need all that for a while, but it's a good price on 16 ounces of atomic silver at 48 bucks. That's there for you. It also has some platinum thrown in, a little stabilized oxygen, and some other trace minerals as well. So they really cover you, and BioGold does on the trace minerals. And here's the silver spray. So you can get the big bottle, right? And then you can get the silver spray over here. And that, again, is good topically at airports and people sneezing and germs and flu season. You know, be spraying that hand sanitizer crap full of chemicals. spray some silver. It's age old, kills 650, I think, 950 microorganisms, the very small microbes. You know, it kind of surrounds them because small particle size, and chokes out the bugs you don't want in your body, which is very common. I know people don't want to think about that, but there's a lot of bugs in most people's bodies. So you need some silver to help eradicate those, right? And now, where are we? Back to Ormus. So my next carrier of minerals is alchemetics, elemental elixirs of earth, alchemetics for short. And they have Ormus, again, O-R-M-E. Another word for it is Ormus. Orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. Orbitally means an electron. Rearranged means excited in a photonic state, part light, part matter. O-R-M-E. Monoatomic means one atom. An element, obviously, is a mineral. So we have orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements, high energy state spun atoms of minerals that have part light and part matter properties, photonic in nature. Beautiful. We're photonic in nature. How about that? And your body craves Ormus minerals. All right. So sometimes if you get hunger pangs, your body's probably craving some minerals. Probably want certain nutrients. So you think you want certain foods that might have it. Hopefully they do. All right. So what we have, and I'm going to show you here the white bottle, which is the multi, and that is the main. That's the multi. So there's the white main, the white multi, and then there's the 5 isolates, means 1. So we have gold, platinum, silver, copper, and zinc here without the picture and the label. There, we'll get that going. But we have the zinc. Let's work on the label here. Not my doing, that's alchemetics. So the white's the multi, and then you have the 5 isolates. All right. Now the multi is the 72 plus or minus trace minerals, origin of Dead Sea salts, specially ormusized by my friend Osiris here in the video. You can watch the videos explaining it and read very good description here about the history of Ormus. And there's a big history of Ormus, okay? All the kings dating, not all of them, say most of the semi-enlightened kings dating back to before Egypt, which there's plenty of time before Egypt. It's not your history book, so. So then all these kings did ceremonies to honor the gods and the stars from where we came, right? So what they did was they took Ormus before their ceremonies to help them get back to the stars. So it's a, if it's photonic, it has part light properties, and we're matter, we have spirit, so it's part light, part matter, right? So this helps open up your, I call it Gatorade for your brain. It helps open you up consciously, awareness, and maybe even smarten you up. I really can't claim that, but definitely it's going to make you a little more alert, a little more in tune, and try it out and see for yourself. And if you're not feeling that, let me know. All right. So this explains Ormus down here. It goes back and explains, you know, where it came from, what it is, and why you should care. All right. And that's the multi. And this is it here. It's kind of thick. Make this bigger. All right. This is the multi here. It's kind of thick. It's kind of milky. And what I do with all the Ormus is I just take a cap, pour it under my tongue, hold it, and hold it under my tongue. I'm just going to do a little one. So this is a little capful, right? Just hold it. Just hold it on your tongue for a little bit. Absorb it. It never hurt to put a little on the forehead. It'll go right in your brain. Rub it in there good. It's a little trick of the trade. And consume after a while. And that's the multi. I highly recommend that. And then with gold, let me explain the gold, the platinum, the silver, the copper, and the zinc. The gold and the platinum are in one category. Silver, copper, zinc are in another. The gold and platinum are used for DNA repair and consciousness enhancement. Gold, most electrolytic substance here on the planet, you'll see, is the ideal conductor of electricity. What do you think your brain does? It uses a lot of voltage, firing all the neurons all day. Well, it helps conduct that. The gold is very, can enlighten you and help you raise your vibe. And it works in conjunction with platinum. Platinum is being found in a lot of prescription drugs these days, as it is a effective mineral in some common ailments. So let you do your own research on that. Here you can see some information again on the platinum, which the gold in the platinum is the king and the queen. So you can see anti-cancer pharmaceutical drugs with platinum in chemistry produced recently. So it's out there, folks. I'm one step ahead of the curve. That's why I'm breaking these videos down to keep up with me. So I want to, I'll see you on the side, shining bright. All right, so that's the gold and the platinum. I do those I'll do the silver, copper, and zinc and the white first thing in the morning, kind of get my motor running with the Imbaya gold. I do alchemetics and Imbaya and salt. You know, I live in Arizona, so it's going to be sweaty season here, so I'll be releasing more minerals, so I need to take more minerals. So the more you sweat, more minerals you're going to need probably, just a rule of thumb. Right? Now with the silver, again, I told you silver kills 650 different microorganisms. Age old. They put silver in a little silver coin in the water crafts back in the Roman days to keep it clean. Right? So age old. These things work, kind of like baking soda, you know, apple cider vinegar, silver. Copper, so let me explain the silver, copper, and zinc. Silver kills the smallest microbes, the, you know, virus, bacteria, funguses, molds. Copper is going to help deter any bugs or worms or larger parasites. They don't like it. Something about it, copper, they don't like. Copper is also good for arthritic pain, gray hair, and it helps absorb vitamin C. Works and is really good for ladies for the reproductive organs, and works in conjunction with zinc. Now, zinc is really good for the male reproductive and is in more on the enzyme side of things. So silver is the smallest, zinc is in the middle, copper takes care of the big bugs. Zinc takes care of the enzyme-sized bugs, and silver takes care of the smallest bugs. I call them, you know, microbes, bugs, worms, parasites, whatever you want to term. The flora in you is not welcome. Call them bugs or pest sizes. So silver gets the small ones, zinc gets the medium size, and copper is getting the bigger ones. So that's why and zinc is very important for enzymatic activity. It's using a lot of enzymes. They put it in, Neosporin to help heal cuts. You know, every mineral has many functions, all right? And that's all broken down in the HTMA and the lab reports, and they explain what these minerals do for you. And if you have too much, you're going to feel like this. And if you don't have enough, you're going to feel like that. This is all related, okay? This is the puppet master behind the puppet is the minerals, all right? And just getting the right profile is going to be real important for you, okay? So then on and here's the other ones. Here's a copper, nice beautiful big bottle. You can see the platinum's got a little yellow hue to it. Copper's clear, right? And then the gold, a little hue. This is my ball, so I've been hitting the gold up. But again, I just take, you know, a little cap, hold onto the tongue. This isn't as thick. It's not as thick at all. It's like a regular liquid. So just take a little cap, pour it there. All right. Just a little capful, hold on the tongue. For about 20 to 30 seconds. That wasn't long enough, but I'm doing a show here. So hold on your tongue for a good 30 seconds, a minute if you want. Silver in the morning, you can swish out your mouth and spit it out. Clean your mouth out with bacteria from the night before. I do that with salt. Oil pulling is good as well. All right. So on down the line, we also have sulfur. I'm going to skip DE and megahydrate right here. Get into sulfur. Got the prop right here. So comes in a pound bag. Looks just like this. All right. And has a lot of information here on the front. Sulfur is involved in 153 chemical processes and is mainly for oxygen transport in and out of your cells, detoxification, joints pain, skin, and what else we got on sulfur? You know, it's been not found as much as it needs to be in the soil since the 50s, when we quit using manure for fertilizer and started using petrochemicals. Excuse me. The manure had sulfur. It's a bioavailable organic mineral. And then when we started using, you know, potassium, nitrogen, phosphorus only, NPK fertilizers, and nitrogen, P, potassium, I'm sorry, phosphorus, K is potassium. Those are the only things they use to fertilize. They just give the main mineral. They don't give any trace. So and then the bugs show up, you know, and you wonder, then you use pesticides, and then it's a whole downward spiral. So you got to get your sulfur in, folks. MSM. This sulfur, reason why it's more, almost twice as much as the sulfur you get in stores, is it absorbs 5 times better than the sulfur you get in stores. When you put this sulfur in water and you let it sit in a jar and over days, just a little bit of water with a lot of sulfur, and you let it dry out, you'll see crystals, like snowflake crystals. And when you do that with the store-bought $20 a pound sulfur, you won't see crystals. You'll see smuts or smudge, right? That's not going to do you. 1/5 is good. Freddie got me chopped out again. There I am. So you want to get your organic sulfur here at MHC. It goes a long way. I think it's about a tablespoon in the morning. You could split it up, about a teaspoon per 50 pounds, twice a day. It's really kind of gives you a little boost of energy in the morning. If you take it at night, it might keep you up. If you do it right at bed is the best, but it's kind of a tricky window. So I just do it in the morning and maybe once later on, especially when I'm doing a detox, and it's a good idea to do regularly. You know, sulfur is very important. It's, again, using 153 chemical processes. So make sure your sulfur makes crystals. If it doesn't, you're gonna have expensive pee, and you're not gonna absorb 1/5 of it as good as this stuff. All right, that's the organic sulfur. Diatomaceous earth is silica. It's 96%, 86%, sorry. Silicon dioxide, which is silica, SiO2. Those are all good medicals. And we have another Nobel Prize here about minerals, 1939. Silica is the most important trace mineral for human health. Silica plays an important role in many body functions and has direct relationship to mineral absorption. The average human body has about 7 grams of silica. The Nobel Prize was that you cannot live without silica. It is a critical element. You cannot live without silica. So that was a Nobel Prize. Diatomaceous earth is an ancient sea crustacean called a diatom that looks like this guy up here. This is it's not Chex Mix cereal. That's a diatom, which is an ancient exoskeleton. The bones are on the outside. Sea creature, microscopic, diatom, right? And the sea out here in northern Arizona is full of them. It's called limestone, and it's full of little diatoms. They washed up here in the seabed, I don't know, 70 million years ago. So they're actually really good for you, though, because they're negatively charged. All toxins are positive electrical. These are negatively charged. And they have a little cage that can trap metals and toxins and detox you. And it's very hard and sharp, so it kind of cleans your walls out. It kind of shreds the sides of your walls a little bit, because it's a 7 on Mohs hardness scale, diamond being 10 and your fingernail being 5.5. Silica diatoms are a 7, so it's pretty hard. It's pretty sharp. It's got a nice structure. It's got a cage. It traps the metals, and it helps you go to the bathroom as well. It kind of cleans your pipes out. So there's your little friend, the diatom, at I forget what magnification that is, but you really can't see it like that. Just white flour. It's like shell flour, but this is food grade, and we sell that here. and it's $12 a pound, and you can get, I think the commission's 20% on that, might be, if not 15. And here's some information on the ancient sea crustacean, diatom and diatomaceous earth, and then some information on why you want to take it. Lowers high cholesterol, helps with blood pressure, you know, skin, hair, teeth, nails, and a whole list more. I mean, you know, see what I'm saying here? So I call it DE, diatomaceous earth. Diatom, aceous. I don't know what the aceous part is, but it's a diatom, and it's of the earth. So I call it DE. It's very important, guys. It's a great cleanser, and it's available here at MHC. All right, Mega Hydrates is a wonderful product by Patrick Flanagan, and it is hydrogen ion. Okay, so negative ions almost is the same thing as a hydrogen ion, because it's basically extra electrons. It's electron donors. Like the diatom was negatively charged, right? This is negatively charged, even more so. And this is the capsules. It's a little better deal in the powder, but it tastes like a combination of hydrogen peroxide and garlic a little bit. So you might like the pills, or I just do what I call a powder sandwich: water, powder, water, and shoot things. I'll do another video at the nutrient bar and show you how I do my morning and evening dosings to keep my levels optimized. There's a lot of work behind the scenes here to look and feel as good for as long as we can. And Mega Hydrate here, I'm looking at is key to unlock the potential of water as the medium for nutrient replenishment and waste removal at the cellular level. So it hydrates your cells, which can help detox you and move your fluids. And it is a wonderful product. A lot of people, you know, you should be, what, 66% water. People are probably half. You know, when you're born, you're 90-something%. When you die, you're half water. So you got to keep your water levels up. You got to keep your minerals regulated, your fats, not, you know, to displace the water, because oil and water don't really mix. So your fat and your water, you know, are separate and have different densities, and keep your system flowing. You're a very complex biochemical machine here, a machine, I should say, multi-dimensional being that uses biological and chemistry means to make energy. You're a slow burner, slow oxidizer. You cook food in your little coal oven all day and use it to run around and pay bills. Great thing. All right, so and live a wonderful life, hopefully, right? Because we're feeling better for a longer time. That's what we're doing here. Magnesium. We have magnesium spray on. If you have sore muscles, aches, cramps, spray on the magnesium. Magnesium makes your muscles relax. They're not all bound up. It can make them relax, okay? So you can spray it right on. It's a little pump spray, the 1 ounce and a 4 ounce bottle here on the magnesium. And it's good for muscle pains. That's why you would want to spray on. For, you know, maybe you have TMJ, you spray on your neck. You just spray right on or rub it in there. And you'll feel some relief there from the tension. And look at this, 90% of people are deficient in magnesium. It is the #1 deficient mineral in the world, and it is used in over 300 chemical processes. Call it the master mineral, right? So, you know, these matter. You don't have magnesium, you don't have enough of it, you're not getting 300 things done that day you want to get done. What's that make you going to feel like? By 300% less good, let's say. So that's the spray on. That's good for the muscle cramps, and that's, again, a modest price of, I think, $20 on the bottle. And then they have the beads for the water and the chloride tub for your bath. You can soak in it, like almost pretty stronger than the Epsom salt, more pure, that's for sure, on these magnesium chloride tubs. This is for soaking. You get a good deal there on the crystal bath salts. Big tub of those, 2.2 pounds a kilogram. So that's a wonderful 100% pharmaceutical grade magnesium chloride hexahydrate for bath water. A couple scoops, 1 to 2 scoops, and put it in there. That'll make you relax when you have the magnesium in your bath. It'll go instantly. Your skin's the biggest organ. Add some hot water to it. Hopefully you got a chlorine filter on your shower that won't absorb it, and then you can get the magnesium in there with a quickness. And these are the prill beads for hydrating your water. Helps with the pH even. If you have a distilled or RO water that's probably 5 or 6 pH, this will knock it up without messing up the, so if you just use baking soda, it kind of might mess up your sodium levels. You want to diversify your alkaline minerals to rock your pH up a little bit if you have acidic water. Right, so this is a way to get magnesium internally through the prill beads. So that's what we got there. And now we also have the multiverse vitamins and minerals. These are from our friends here in Sedona at MHC Affiliate 1, or sorry, MHC Affiliate 2, very premier unnamed lab here that uses next level matrix potency and delivery and bioavailable multi-mineral and vitamin. We're going to get into this next week. I'm going to do vitamins, but they have the multi-mineral and vitamin here, so I just wanted to bring it up. We'll get more into it next week when I break down the vites and mins, right? So this is the list here on the product here, and the minerals, and actually give you a nice breakdown of the what's in them. And again, the USRDA, that's to keep your pulse alive. Don't really go too much on that. Certain minerals you can have several times over the USRDA. From my research, is safe, but you check with yourself, check with your doctor. You know, I'm not giving medical advice here. I'm just telling you how to feel good for a long time, right? And then this is another Ormus product here, White Gold, by my friend David Jubb, great man, doing a lot of great work, multi-doctor all around the world, has his own Ormus product. And White Gold is the main Ormus used from back in the day. White Gold is the most electrolytic substance out there, and it is a fine enhancing product. Mr. Jubb, a little pricey, but your brain is worth it, and it really invigorates and stimulates connections in your brain that weren't there before. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Morphological structure, right? So it can rewire you for more, you know, health and wellness, excuse me. So it can rewire you for more activity even in your brain. Very, very important stuff. All right, so that's the mineral section here. You can check for specials occasionally, but that's stuff you guys need to have in your arsenal is the minerals. You know, you can take some sea salt, you can take some lemon. I'm not, you know, please start there. But if you feel you're not getting all you need from there, and if you're compromised with your health, or you're sweating a lot, or you're just behind the 8 ball, your body needs the proper minerals, and you need them in your body, you know, most days. You know, you want to take some breaks, you want to challenge your body. Don't overdose, but you know, check your levels. Get your hair tissue done every few times a year. You can see where you're at, and then you'd be spot on. You can see your levels, you know, go up and down with the foods you eat, and then you can eat foods that are high in these minerals and low in these minerals to get your ratios all balanced. This is where it's at, folks. All right, so take it to heart. I'm here every week to break it down, and you can watch these on the YouTube channel and scoop up some of the leftovers, I guess, from the week before, and they are timeless, and the information here is very helpful. So if you got any questions, you can give me a shout. But just know that minerals is the fundamental building block of your health. And if, you know, again, every disease traced back to a mineral shortage. So how important is that? I mean, it says it right there. Every disease is traced back to a mineral shortage. So make sure you have the right minerals in the right ratios. Easier said than done. And watch out for mineral displacement from foods that aren't meant to be eaten. There's a whole bunch of other reasons why you know, you could have, you know, lead-based paint. I did environmental work for 13 years before health for the last 5 or so, and I was on the front lines, and I saw, you know, lead exposures through the roof, kids with developments that are down, mental capacities that are not there, whether they were exposed as environmental or a vaccine, or their mom was compromised from an environmental exposure. It's a sick planet, and there's a lot of chemicals. I can tell you that firsthand, as I cleaned them up in about 17 states. here in the United States, big and small, government and private, and it matters. And these minerals, these toxins in the soil, water, and air can displace healthy nutrients in you and wreak havoc on your system. And until you get that under check, you're not going to be as good as you should. So know the score, get the HTMA, fire off some minerals, at least the Gold, if not the Alchemetics, and if not salt and lemon, hopefully it's Himalayan or Celtic, pink or gray is what I use. And lemons, hopefully they're organic. They're hard to get organic lemons here in Arizona, as we sold them all. So you got to do what you got to do. And if supplementation's pretty preeminent these days, again, because the soil doesn't have all the minerals, the farming practices don't even use any but 3 minerals, and the plants are not as healthy, and they don't have all the, they don't have as much zip to them with the minerals. So we need to supplement, and this is where the show's coming in. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, another installment here in Modern Health Coach Affiliate Network, and dropping the knowledge every week. Tune in next week. We'll break down some vitamins and go on down the list each week on Wednesdays and explain to you why you should care about what I do and how it can affect you, because there literally is heaven and hell out here every day. So I hope you are shining bright, being strong, and we'll talk to you next week. Any questions, you can email me at info@modernhealthcoach.com, info@modernhealthcoach.com. The contacts I'm on the website, modernhealthcoach.com. Thanks for your attention, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care and be well.